Are you recording? Yes. Okay. This is Gaga's kitchen. Going to do something really, really quick. Made me think we're now hitting this corona stuff. Just hang on a sec. I've got to... That's better. Bit of glare. Got no makeup on. Deal with it. Okay. I managed to get some chicken drumsticks at the supermarket. As most people are finding, you are finding it difficult to actually get affordable meals, or affordable meat, especially in this day and age of the virus. Now, I got eight drumsticks, get it out of the shade, all various sizes, which proves that we don't actually have clone chicken, because some of them were quite small. Anyway, so I got some, and I just thought that I'll do this really, really quickly, because what I thought I'll do with it, the man in my life is actually poking his tongue out, and if it wasn't for the fact that I can see paint all over his nose, we'll let him be, won't we? Because he's only home for a very short time, considered to be essential services. Anyway, so what I've actually done, 8 drumsticks. We're going to get 2 meals out of 8 drumsticks, and we're going to utilise every single piece of it. So what I thought I would do is quickly actually show you some options that you have in cooking. Now, one of my other videos actually told you how to do a really simple chicken soup. So I've done that, and that is what is on the pot right now in here. So have a look at one of my other recipes. And what I've actually done, I'm down to 4 pieces now, but what I've actually done with those pieces, if I get, is I'll grab a piece. I pulled back the skin, kept the skin on there, and I just cut off the chunky pieces of the legs. So that is skin, bone, got a little bit of meat on it. It's gone into the soup. What I've got left over is, you normally can get 2 or 3 pieces, good pieces of chicken meat. And I'm sorry about the glare, but okay, so there's a couple of pieces of good pieces of chicken meat. I've kept that aside. So with these other pieces, so overall, all I did, don't like that glare. The pieces that I did is I've actually pulled back the chicken skin, and my blind's broken. Oh, that might be better. Oh, much better. Oh, caught on the cupboard. That's because I'm so much woman. Okay, so what I've done is I've pulled back the skin on the chicken. Now, I'm just checking the chicken right now to see if there's any fat on there, because I want that fat, and I want this skin this time. 4 pieces have gone into the soup, and now I'm just going to cut off the chicken skin and just put it into a container. From here, I'm now going to cut off the meat. As you can, you can't see, but anyway, I am cutting off the meat. Just 1 piece of chicken meat, and getting off the other piece of chicken meat of the chicken, just another little piece. And so now I'm just left with a piece of drumstick that's just got a bit of meat on it into the soup. So this particular piece of drumstick actually has got a bit of fat on it. Keeping it, don't throw it away, just keep it. So again, I'm going on to the leg, peeling off the fat, just peeling it off, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it after that. Peeling off as best I can, just going to cut it down, put it into my little container, cut off the pieces of chicken as best I can. Now in that chicken, when I put the chicken, I put down, because it's only a small pot, and I'm only making a small pot of soup, but soup is better than nothing. It's going to be good for lunches or a snack. Well, not a snack, but for lunches or a meal, depending. I've had people that don't know how to make soup. Put that in there. So that's got a little bit of meat on it, would be great, into the soup. Alright, we'll just do this again. I've only got one more piece after this, just bear with me. So in the soup is half an onion. If you're doing a big pot, 1 onion. I've got 2 nice sized cloves of garlic. I've got a couple of carrots, all of which I've fried up together. Now I tend to like to fry my onion and my garlic together in butter or margarine, and then just keep on top of it. I don't know, it has a slightly different flavour. Now the reason I've done soup this way, that I decided to fry up my veggies first, is it does give you a little bit of a different flavour than actually throwing everything into pretty much boiling water. Test it out for yourself. You'll notice that there's a flavour difference. So it depends. The milder flavours when you actually just boil it. If you want a stronger flavour, fry it. I put in some zucchini because I had some zucchini in the garden. And I also put in some tomatoes, just chopped up some tomatoes. All of that I actually fried up together, and some celery. Now I only did I've got some celery here. I'm going to do a tutorial on celery. Okay, so all I did, this is half, the celeries. I just chopped up all the leaves and the top part and put that in the soup. There's a reason. So I'm just keeping the other bits before I do a tutorial on those. And there they were all fried up. Now they're just gently fried. Then chucked in 1 litre of stock. Now it's actually bought stock because this stock now with these chicken legs, it's just going to help give it a little bit more of a fuller flavour. And I did a nice pinch of Italian herbs, just dried herbs. If you don't have herbs, a bit of oregano. The only thing I haven't put in there yet is some parsley. That will give it a nice flavour as well. So, and I don't know why the last chicken just doesn't want to release itself. Okay, so we're just going to get the last bit of meat off this chicken, and I'm just not being fussy. So, okay, bone, gone. And I'm going to let that cook. At the moment it is simmering. So now that I've put the chicken bones in there, 1 litre of chicken stock. I'm going to wash my hands. It's only can do so much. Grease the hands. And just topping up that stock with some water, and I'd say it's probably half a litre. And that now smells divine. Smells good. Now for me, because I'm looking at keeping myself and the ones around me, whoever's going to have my soup, keeping really healthy, I'm going to get some ginger. And because I'm going to keep the ginger fairly, this is old ginger, okay? I don't know if you can see. Okay. See how browny the skin actually is on that? It's got a bit of mould. I'll throw that away. That's not a problem. But I've got some more ginger in the fridge. And depends on where you are. This is the ginger you should try to get, depending on the season. Alright, so this is actually a lot paler. I must start using this up. And I'm going to wrap it, because it's going to be... See how much paler that actually is compared to this? This is really quite brown. Now this was quite pink before, and I'm going to I think I'm going to freeze it. I'm going to keep it out. I'm going to freeze it. Okay, so what you need to do with this is actually quite young. It's much easier. Ooh, door opened. It's much easier, sweeter, and you can eat the whole thing. But because I want to use up my old stuff first, I'm just going to take off some of this stuff. This is not so much for eating, but for flavour. You can hear the crunch in it, can't you? And I'm just going to take that off. I just want to take off some of this hard skin. Okay, just going to chop up some of this, and because it's only half a bowl, it's not very much, honestly, it's not very much. Just going to put a bit of ginger in there, because that will be better. While I have you, I'm going to freeze this ginger, because I don't want to waste it. In this time and age, when life is going to be very expensive. It's not the fact we're not going to have what we want. It's just the fact that we're not going to have it at the price we can always be able to afford it at. So that soup's on. That's done. You will need some salt and pepper and that, but I'm going to actually let that do its thing. And once it comes back up to the boil, I'm going to put the lid on. It will be cooked for at least an hour. If I can do an hour and a half, the flavour will be fuller, the volume will come down, really nice condensed flavour. Then I'll take all the bones out, take all the meat off it, throw it back in, and then I can make some decisions about if I actually want to put in some beans in it. Beans will actually up the protein level, and it will be more filling as well. So, swapping pots, popped location, and banging on. Sometimes I put the dial on and I don't know which one I'm doing, and I end up putting on the wrong pilot. It's a bit funny. Okay, into my compost. That goes, this is a garlic ginger I'm going to cut up when I don't see you anymore. That goes into my fridge. What I'm going to do, alright, 8. This is a clean frying pan. Only that it was clean and it was here that I needed something to throw that into. Okay, 8 drumsticks. There is a reason I've done it this way. 8 drumsticks. Drumsticks, 9 times out of 10, you're cooking it all up, and what do you throw away? You end up throwing away the actual bone. And that, you're only going to eat the meat. Now we're going to actually find that we're going to be at that state of actually making meals go further. Let's use both. You're still going to get that flavour of that drumstick, which everybody likes. It's still going to be tender, but we're going to get soup out of it as well. And soup is going to become your staple, guys. Start liking it. So I'm going to just take this chicken and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, because some of the pieces are quite big, because I've just managed to, run the knife down the bone. And I'm going to do that just to make it just a little bit more, just a bit more smaller, more than anything. And I have got the frying pan on. I've got the frying pan, it's getting hot. Now there's a reason why I've got nothing in my frying pan. Digressing, keep up. Okay, so what I'm doing now, my frying pan's on. It's on the heat. It has not got any fat, nothing in it. It's just getting hot, all right? 4 lots of skin. I should have actually kept more, but I did want some flavour in my soup, and it's the skin that gives you flavour in your soups. And if you haven't got legs or whatever, use wings and that for your soup, because your wing and your bone and whatever will be fantastic. Alright, I've only not got very much. Doesn't that look disgusting? So what is that? Light. Okay, it's not much. Maybe you must fix this up. Glare. And if I put the light over here, will it be better? No, not any better. Okay. So I'm throwing this in the hot frying pan. Do you hear me? Okay. So while that's being done, there we go. And the reason I'm putting the fat in there, the skin, is the skin actually has some fats in it. Fats are healthy, so that's what we're doing that for. And while that's being done, I'm going to cut up the rest of this chicken, and that's going to be frying away. And when I get back, this will be done. Hang on, we shall be back.